In the last lesson, we explored classic examples of optical illusions of points and lines. Today, we will delve into the surface optical illusions in the composition of optical illusion space. There are three types of surface optical illusions. The first is the gestural illusion with fan-shaped surfaces. The second is the diamond shadow illusion with rhombic surfaces. The third is the jitter square illusion with square surfaces. Let's begin with the gestural illusion with fan-shaped surfaces. This optical illusion is an illusion of optics, discovered by American psychologist Robert Jastrow in 1889. Here are two identical ring segments, with the upper one labeled A and the other labeled B. The difference in their positions tricks our eyes with a visual discrepancy in their perceived sides. As shown in the left figure, although they are identical in size, A looks much smaller than B. Let's move on to the second type, the diamond shadow illusion with rhombic surfaces, also known as crazy diamond or bizarre rhombus, where the upper and lower angles of each diamond range between 30 to 40 degrees. With the technique of shading, the varying intensity along the edges of neighboring diamonds leads our eyes to perceive adjacent boundaries as focal points, since only one part is gazed at, but the entire object is visually projected. The diamonds above and below seem to be in different colors. In short, this is due to a subconscious calculation error by the brain. The third is the jitter square illusion with square surfaces, discovered by the psychologists Paul Snowden and Simon Ward in 1998. The jitter square illusion reflects the perceptual experience of our sensory organs without objective stimuli, and is similar to the real perceptual experience. This illusion exemplifies the illusion of positional contrast, where the difference in adjacent edges between two squares is partly exaggerated by the neural connections of our visual systems. Neural connections can enhance perceptual differences, which helps us in detecting subtle details. With these classic examples of surface optical illusions and the previous analysis, we have a basic understanding of point, line, and surface illusions in the optical illusion space. For the practical exercise of this lesson, you are tasked with creating a composition of optical illusion with points, lines, and surfaces based on the classic examples we've learned. Your work should embody visual liveliness and match the desired visual effects. To create an engaging composition of optical illusion space, consider these four creative approaches. First, the selection of unique shapes. When creating the composition, you should start with the design of unique shapes. They should not be too complex, but simple. Avoid excessive details that might distract from the illusionary effect. Refined shapes are easier to form the motion optical illusion. Second, the arrangement of repetitive shapes. To create the optical illusion effect, lots of identical or similar unique shapes need to be repetitively arranged. The arrangement should follow a certain order that carries a sense of depth, such as gradient, radiation, repetition, rotation, and others. Third, setting the overall size of the graphic. An important condition for the illusion is that the overall size of the graphic should not be too small, but large enough. This is related to the angle of view and optical axis of the eye. Only works that are large enough will take up our peripheral visions, where the sense of optical illusion is created. Fourth, determining the graphic's direction of motion. It depends on the color variations within the unit shapes. If the unit shapes are composed of two or more shapes of different colors, the graphic will move towards the direction where the color is more intense. If the unit shapes are in a dominant color that occupies a large area, then color lines should be added to the edges of the unit shapes to enhance the sense of depth. The contrast between the edge line of the unit shape and the main color of the graphic will determine the overall direction of motion. In fact, the graphic opts for the direction where the color contrast of the edge lines is strong. Combining these four methods with your own situation, you can create your composition with imagination and thematic considerations. While the process may be challenging, it's also immensely rewarding. Although the formation of the optical illusion space is complicated, it's explicable. Every new form of optical illusion has its own way to make. Exploring and analyzing its cause, summarizing the pattern, and applying it to our practical designs to serve our lives are very meaningful. Alright, that's all for this lesson. Goodbye.